Hello everybody, this is Baron the Bear, and this is going to be another video guide for the mobile game Whiteout Survival. And this is going to be all about a lot of the different aspects between free players and big spenders. One thing I do want to note, if you do like my content, I always appreciate you liking and subscribe and hit that bell notification for my future content, because in this game, I really like this game. I'm going to be rolling out all kinds of videos. I want to share this video because I really feel this will help everyone in the community, and I'll go over a little bit about what I'm capable of doing in these games, how I can do my research. I'll show you some of my steps and a little bit of my tricks of my trade of how I can come up with the things I come up with later on in the video. So if you want me to prove some of the things I can do, I'll show you towards the end of the video. I'm going to try to keep this video short. I just want to kind of give a reach out to everybody, just let everybody know that, you know, I'm here to help everyone in this game. I know it's probably not people aren't familiar with that type of a person, but I've done all the competition. I've spent thousands of dollars in games, and now I'm at the point where the experience I've had, I just enjoy more of helping people. So that can kind of make sense. I hope it does, because that's really what I do now. I would like to probably just not PvP. Maybe a little bit. I'll help the alliance that I'm in or something and do some rallies or something. But for the most part, I will probably just not participate in killing other players. I enjoy more helping now than I used to in the past, which is probably a good thing, because yeah, back in my day, I used to be at least second rank on top PvP types of events. So yeah, I've competed in games in the past. I have videos that can prove, I think I can prove that. But what I'm trying to do in this video is just to kind of go over some heads up on how it is, give you some perspective of what type of player you are. I'm here for everyone, and I think I can prove it with this video. So we're gonna go on to it. Okay, I got notes. I have been sponsored in the past, and I learned this from a great guy who he gave me talking points and what I should talk about. So I'm gonna try to limit with the time. So I'm gonna get right to this right now. Okay, this is the little tip thing I'm gonna do. You probably haven't seen other content creators do this. I never seen this done, and anyone besides me doing this. But what you can do is you can screenshot this and just read this. You don't even have to watch the video. At this point, you could just screenshot this one. I'll give you one quick second. I'll show you the next page. Just go ahead and do it. All right, you got that done. We're gonna go to the next part. This is the 2-part. Screen that. Read those. Just read those two whenever you want to. It should give you some help. If you want to stay, continue into the video, you can watch the rest, and I can read it all off to you, whatever you want. See, I could just right then and there. I mean, have you ever seen anyone ever give you that for a video? I don't think you have. So anyway, let's get back to the video. I promise. Free players, including low and medium spenders. This is going to include everyone. Most active to least if you spend to medium level. So if you're a totally free player, you have to be more active in the game. You have to be more paying attention to if you could get attacked, where your troops are at all times. You always got to keep your troops out. I might make a video guide for the different types of players, a free player, what they need to do, mindset, but this is going to give you general. Medium spenders, less casual. You don't have to be as active all the time, because you can use shields at times, and you can basically rebuild if you do get attacked. It's not that bad as a free player would be. All about your alliance, okay? These players are always loyal to their alliance, usually. Alliance events, defending your hive. That's the only way you can really get a lot of good kill points during these events, is learning how to reinforce your allies. Even if you lose, you still get some points, and most likely, as far as I understand in this game, you're not going to lose any wounded troops. So that's a good thing. Attacking with rallies with your allies, so they're going to find targets. You're going to be able to rally them from your hive. There's advantages, disadvantages to that. I might make a video for that. I'm trying to keep this short. The big spenders, okay, don't have to be active, because they don't have to worry about getting hit most of the time. There's chances though you can do, but I might not really go into that too much in this. They focus on ranking at top, highly competitive. The big spenders, it's all about the scoring points. A lot of times, I don't want people to take this the wrong way. I'm trying to say any of these type of players are specifically bad. This isn't personal to them if they go out and burn people. And they're only about getting the points they need to score for the event. So I know this because I was one of them at one time. So it's nothing personal. So don't get mad at a big spender or something that attacks you. He's only doing what the game is really wanting them to do. Unfortunately, I could go into that. It could be another video, but they're less loyal sometimes. It's not always true. They tend to join the top 3 alliances. That's usually true. They always join the top 3 alliances. Okay, they're all about the competition, so they got to be in the best clans. So it's nothing personal for the lower clans or what. Sometimes a lot of the big spenders actually try to help out the lower clans a little bit. They don't try to hurt them too much, whatnot, because they understand that not everybody's going to be able to spend the way they do. So they want everyone to grow in the community. Usually that's the best big spenders. I was one of those. They can also solo attack, porting the hives and hitting multiple targets. So they're the biggest threat. They can do whatever they want, man. If they're a big enough spender, they can just go around and just burn the whole kingdom. Probably not a good idea though. They're the most dangerous players in the game. They can rally together. An alliance with a group of them organized fighting together is the most dangerous group of players on a state. So you get a group of 5 of these guys, man. I tell you, man, they're unstoppable. They're invincible. If they know how to play, reinforce each other when they need to reinforce each other. If they send out their troops to their other allies when they get a march on them or something. You can't even touch these guys if they really know how to play. It's amazing. I've seen people in some of the games I used to play. Your jaw would drop from just how they played. It was amazing how these people could play. They're really experienced. A lot of them, if they get in a group together, they play and fight together all the time. So if you see an alliance that's got that going for them, stay away from them. Shield up. That's my advice. Each types have good and bad players. That's true for anything in life. There's always going to be somebody, somebody is not going to be as positive as other people, For the most part, from I find most of the time, all people in a good server are actually just wanting to have fun. There's nothing, don't take anything personal. That's my best advice. If free to play, you got to learn to play smart and active when you need. I did talk about it a little bit. You have to play smart. Okay, you can't afford to make mistakes. Okay, when you're free to, you have to play smart by staying with your hive, attack with your allies. Follow, if you're not really sure about these type of games, if you're new to them, follow the advice of your leadership and your alliance, and you should be okay. Big spenders have to keep spending to stay on top. That's the problem with being a big spender, okay? You got to keep spending and spending. They come out with the new heroes or something, which they're doing in this game. 4 months into the, you got to buy those heroes. You got to get gear for them. It's like, it doesn't stop. So if you can't spend to spend and keep spending, then you might want to think about that. Free players have the freedom to move to any state. Okay, if you're a free player, a lot of people say, well, they look down on free players, but the truth is, a free player has freedom. They can do whatever they want in this game. You can move around, hop around, go to another server. If your server dies or whatnot, or you're just not happy, you can do whatever you want. So there's a lot of advantage to that. Big spenders are most likely tend to quit and play another game. Okay, if there's things, the server dies or they lose interest in the game, they're more likely to just quit and then move to either into another server and spend all over again, or they'll quit most likely and just play another game. Most important is to set up order on a state so both groups of players are having fun. This is a game. Newsflash for some people, if you haven't thought of that, it's supposed to be fun for everyone. It's like when you were kids, when you're out playing with the other kids in the outside. If little Johnny wasn't having fun, guess what? I got a newsflash. He didn't come to the ballpark the next day. What I'm saying? Then you don't have the first fielder. You don't have a first baseman now because little Johnny got upset because he didn't make sure he had fun. So everybody's got to have fun. I just wanted to use that kind of analogy there to get that through. Most important is to set up order, state rules, or follow. I'm trying to keep this video short. It's going to be a little long. I'm sorry. Only hit players 3 times during kill events. This keeps from having that player fill up hospitals and lose troops. You don't want to decimate. You don't want to kill people. You just want to score and get points from their wounded troops. So that's a good rule. These are optional. It really depends on the servers you're on. That's why I always recommend not to spend until you're happy on the server you're on. And even that you might not know. So you might want to just spend a little bit for the first month or 2 to see how it plays out, and then spend big. That's an option. I do have some video guides on packs and stuff. I go over a little bit. I might make another video on that. The object of kill events is to get kill points, not decimate players. Okay, you want them to stay in game and rebuild for the next kill event every 2 weeks. Okay, you want to have them keep coming back. You don't want them to quit the game. You want them to come back in the next 2 weeks for the next kill event, and you can get more points from them again if they keep screwing up. So that's what you want. Only hit random bases out on the map outside kill events. Leave alliance hides alone until KE starts. This lets free players grow in their hides. Okay, this is why a lot of experienced players won't decimate people's hides outside of kill events, because they recognize that the free players need their hides to feel protected outside of kill events so they can grow. If they're not growing, they're not going to have troops when the kill event starts. So you're farming them too early if you attack outside kill events. I hate to use that term, but a mentality of a big spender, that's what they're thinking. There used to be a term called purging, which everyone hit all the bases out randomly on a map before server versus server wars. You used server teleports to teleport to enemy servers to score kill points. Purge would limit points enemies could score from inactive bases. You can read this by pausing it. I don't want to go over too much of everything, but basically what that's saying is the older games, they had a server versus server where you actually teleported to another kingdom and fought over there. So before that event, they had like a 2-day purge cycle where everyone on their and your kingdom would go out and just burn all the inactives on the map, so there was no way of getting kill points. Okay, and then when the event happened, they ported to the other side, other enemy, and then they got in and attacked them. I think the reason why they don't do that now is it's less maintenance now. I mean, you can imagine the planning and everything you'd have to use to make sure you put people on the right servers together and everything. It could cost even more money. Maybe they had to pay more money for the servers to run for those type of events. I don't know, but I do know it's easier to do it the way they do it now, and that's why they're doing it now, because they can just do an event, throw in 1 hour event and you just get teamed up with somebody or whatnot. I'm not sure how they're going to all play out their server versus, they're starting now with alliance versus alliance events. Will they do a servers versus servers or states versus states? I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure that out eventually. The old system, after 90 days or so of a new server, would focus on server versus server wars instead of killing each other. So in the old games, after about 90 days of the server, everybody kind of like stopped attacking each other and they focused on only attacking other servers. Will that happen in this game? Probably for the most part, but you might still have issues. It all depends on the people on your servers. Okay, the top 3 alliances would rotate control of the middle. Okay, what happened at that point was the top 3 alliances would basically manage the center. This alliance would have it for these 2 weeks. Another alliance would have it for 2. It was always the top 3. It encourages the best players to get into this top 3 alliances, and it prevents people from trying to destroy each other. You don't want the top 3 alliances fighting each other all the time. It's going to weaken your kingdom. So that was good. That's good. That's a good tip, I think. If you can get on a server that understands that, that's very good. All right. The game moves the server to server. I already said that. New games change these mechanics because it's easier to run these PvP events and probably cheaper. That's my guess too on that. Old Kingdom rules, if you're curious to what games, I played this game for a long time, and 10 years or so now. The very old original city builders, the rules were this. Respect first march basically said that when you're out on the map, if you were sending something to somewhere, if you saw someone marching to that first, you did not march there. That's respecting first march. No tile hitting outside of kill events. You don't you want people to farm, get resources so they can grow, and then you can attack them during a kill event. Only attack during kill events for players outside of hives. Free game anytime. So basically, if you see people out, and they're not in their hive, in my opinion, it could be, you might want to check your state rules, or if there is none, they're free game, because that means either they're inactive, they quit the game, they have troops or resources, go ahead, hit them, because if they were smart, they would be at their hive with the rest of their buddies. So those are my ideas of basically everything. I will go over a little bit now. If you're still curious what I'm able to do, I'll show you. I'm kind of losing my voice now. It's been a lot of talking on this just to get it down to under 15 minutes. Okay, now keep in mind, this is only what I've done for this game so far in 2 weeks. Okay, I've had other games. I have files. I have notepads full of information of all the content in those games, all the events, everything. I break down everything. I'll try to keep this short, another 30 seconds for you guys. This is for the Foundry battle. It hasn't even come out yet. I haven't even played it, but look what I've done. I'm able to write down what I don't. I can literally look anything I want to see. I can look and find anything I want. Okay, I've got all the things here, all the bonuses. I even got recommendations I've added and sent to their people to get on their dev team to change certain things, add to the game info. I actually, not only can I help the players with my content that I make, but I can also help the game, the developers, the staff. I can help anyone if I really want to, you know. So I get all this information. I mean, look at this. I mean, I know everything about the Foundry, all the rules, everything. I even have my alliance rules. I even got tips for alliance rules. I might not show that too much, but I'm going a little over my time right now. Yeah, some pictures. I mean, if you guys want me, I can make up a video. I'm probably gonna make up a Foundry, some Foundry videos. But yeah, these are some of my suggestions. I might show you some of these. But yeah, I mean, you could imagine that should be it. I got some more. I got some pictures I made. But if you're curious what I can do, you know, but look at this. I mean, you know, this is just one event, guys. I can do this to anything in this game, you know. So I just wanted to throw that out there and kind of give you some kind of an idea of the kind of help a good, you know, content creator can give to a game. So I'm here for everyone. If you have any questions, I know I took too long for this video. I apologize on that. But make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell notifications. If you got any questions at all, I try to answer everything I can now when I can. So I appreciate the support and feedback, and I'll talk to you guys later.